So this is something that I always find fun. A brand that I've never heard of. Let's get it. Loving the fabrics already. Very heavy and jeweled, which is what a queen bitch be needing. Hello. I love the studs and the mariachi of it all. So this is Hispanic giving, and I see snakes on boots. So it's very much the Sahara, for lack of better words. Do they have butterflies in the Sahara? I'm loving the flamboyant fabric. I'm feeling it. It's definitely a movie with the black carpet. I think that might have been what set it off. I'm seeing real bodies. I'm seeing flesh. I'm seeing suntans. And I'm seeing Wonder Woman. So just to start it off, I do like the pace of this show. It's not super slow because a lot of times, like, we already know that it's a show. So you don't have to make it super slow for the drama. It's like, it's a show, we know that. So I appreciate them for just going ahead and putting the looks on out there. What do I want to say? The way it's clutching the breast is very attractive. I love the accentuation of the breast because these clothes are for women. I mean, it's very obvious. Everything about this is grown and sexy. It's a tutu, but it's a grown tutu. I love the skin of it all because those gloves look like skin. Like, this woman grows jewels on her skin because she is a dime. This is definitely for the type of woman I'm trying to become. Bossed up, good fabrics, enough money, and coffee. I love that green. It's a green that I don't see very often. What a beautiful green that is. So this print is very popular this season. It looks like black with different splashes of color all over and kind of graffiti-ish. That's very beautiful with the diamonds on it. The leg is giving very much like good lifestyle, good shape, good regimen, good sleeping habits, very organized. This is quite organized, but it's very fun at the same time. So I will say that that's what I like about it. It's organized, but it's still fun. Squashing a fear that common people have, which is what queens do. So I will definitely say that I am loving this designer. I love when people can keep the imagination alive as adults. This is Jasmine from Aladdin. And the pockets are waiting to be filled with credit cards. Androgyny, hello. I am seeing hands. So I'm wondering if this is Egyptian almost, because in the beginning I did say Sahara Desert. So maybe this is Egyptian inspired, which would explain the hair and the shape of the models. Definitely so. The jewels are carrying the show. I really wonder if they're a staple for ZUHAIR. It looks very expensive to make. I'm quite impressed by the quality and the choice of placement of the jewels and the designs. So this line is practical. No matter how fancy it looks, it's very practical. These are things you can wear to dinner. These are things you can wear to a banquet. These are things you can wear to a conference. These are things you can wear to lunch. These are things you can wear to family functions. But it's also things you can wear on a jet-setting rendezvous across the 7 seas. I'm seeing astrology and I'm seeing numerals. I'm seeing snakes. So if I was to put this into a box, I would say it's Egyptian inspired because I'm seeing desert, I'm seeing mystical, and I'm seeing bronze. I'm seeing Aleister Crowley. Am I allowed to say that? I am seeing celestial palettes. Let's move on. It's nothing outdated about how they have made these classic dresses over again. All of these dresses are classic, but none of them look old. These are very fresh Swarovski crystals, or however they're doing this with the glitter and the material. It's quite fresh because the dresses are not necessarily new dresses, but the color palette and the textures are new. I love the belt on that dress. How can you put a belt on such a dainty dress? You had to really think about those fabrics. So we're really going to focus on the fabrics here. The shapes are very fitting. It just lets you know it's a good quality designer that is very high bracket, and that's why the shapes are so good. So I'm not going to focus on the shape so much because I think that's a statement or a staple of this brand that is definitely high fashion and high dollar. What I will continue to pay attention to for the time being is the placement of the objects on these outfits. Even that jacket is in orbit. Did you see it? It's protruding from the crystals on the dress. So I'm going to say that this person is giving like Italy or something like that. It's definitely not American clothes. I would love to see some of this come over to America. I mean, for sure. Let's step it up, guys. So I'm loving the belts, bringing the belts back on dresses because it could look 1980s, but it doesn't. It looks very modern. You can barely notice the belts. So there's something just so modern about these looks that are already done. Like, these are looks that I've seen before, but there's something very fresh about them. And I'm not sure what this designer did, but I love it. It's romantic. And there's nothing wrong with being beautiful. So I'm seeing the astrology theme is definitely being driven by astrology and placement of objects. So I think that's going to be very important with this designer. Not sure if it's just this collection or the designer's aesthetic. Because as I stated before, this is my first time watching this designer. I've never heard of this person before. So far, so good. Loving the Egyptian hood that I've seen in a couple of other shows. I want to say Fendi maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm loving that hood and I see it growing into being a piece. Even though I'm not sure if it's a piece now, I don't feel like it's a piece yet because it's very flimsy. How's it going to keep the weather off of your neck? Do you know what I mean? This top is for thinkers. It's going to make you think when you look at it. Very geometric. So when you start to get into couture, I noticed that there's more to it than just looking cute. Like, these are outfits that are going to give you an edge on the competition. That's why they're so wonderful. This orange peach is just one of the most beautiful things I've seen today. It's the color for me. Not the fabric, nothing else, the color. This is a beautiful Met Gala type of ball gown, and I'm loving the astrology, asymmetrics, and placements of the geometric shapes. It's giving Rome at the same time, but I think that maybe Rome and Egyptian culture was similar back then, because I think it's giving Egypt, even though it looks like Rome a little bit. I always love a good sharp-shouldered blazer with a kinky outfit up under it. That is my swagger. Loving it, loving that necklace, and loving the black and brown palette that I'm noticing. Black and brown, no, it's like black and copper, black and bronze. It's very understated. Like, it'd be like, oh, it's black and brown. It's actually black and bronze, which makes a big difference. This is the most perfect outfit. I mean, come on. Wear it. Yes, that's the most perfect outfit. So girly. This one is the second most perfect outfit. So I think I really like this designer for me to call anything that I've seen for the first time perfect. I mean, it's daring, it's fitting, it's classy, it's good material, it's not obnoxious, it looks soft, and it swings. It's giving Mick Jagger of the stars. So at this point, I'm definitely loving this line. I love this brand. My only interest would be, does he make pants? But it's like, I don't want him to make pants. This is not a pants type of line, but I would be super interested to see what type of clothing this designer makes that's not couture, that's more streetwear. Because wow, I mean, the patience, attention to detail, the freshness, the innovation, and the sense. You can be innovative and be retarded. This makes sense. She's giving Cindy Crawford. Am I right? I love that. Ooh, and I hope you could take the little thing on the side off. Ooh, and keep the bow on the shoulder. Ooh, it's bringing my girl side out. Ooh, I love that gold draping on the boobs. Ooh, yes, waistline accentuated, because there's nothing wrong with showing what you've got in such a fabulous fabric. Hello? So now we're getting into the whites. I normally expect to see a white every show, and what a glamorous white. That's a beautiful white as well. I think it's a different color on the back. Now it's giving Snow Queen, and I love the abs on that dress. The feathers are just accentuating how beautiful her body is, and anybody who will wear that will look gorgeous. I mean, it doesn't matter what size or who you are. If you wore that, you would look gorgeous. I love it. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime dress. She looks like a swan, and this is the moment that I don't know that I've been waiting for, but let's see what happens. That crown is giving... I am not thinking about getting married right now, so I'm not sure if I'm interested in the wedding dress. It looks like she's upside down, like she's not in this world. I guess that's a beautiful effect to have. But where would you wear this to? I challenge you all who are listening. Find out where you can go that requires different wardrobe. Because I guarantee you, like most of us, you dress the same all the time. Let this inspire you to say, where else can I go that will require me to dress differently? And then you can express yourself more with capital Sage. Hashtag Ask Capital Sage. So I'm guessing this is the last walk. And honey, I wasn't bored a bit. I couldn't think of one time in this show that I was like, what's going on here? Why is this happening? None of that. I love it. I'm a fan. So maybe I'll make a playlist of shows that I've never heard of before, because it always gives me a fresh take, and it's always a good take, it turns out to be. So yeah, loving it, 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 loving it. I'm a fan of yours. 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 I'm a